Focus people, let's stay focused. What's up? It's your boy Tone 202. And uh I'm gonna try to do this without my phone cutting off on me. I'm gonna try to do it in 5 minutes, but it's another Why I Left Atlanta series. But it's pretty much answering the questions that some people have posted. My man Joe. I'm gonna get that degree, Joe. What's up with you? So some of you have been commenting on those videos, and I really liked that because it's a conversation that needs to be had, and I want to make this clear. It doesn't need to be had among just black people. I think a lot of my subscribers, or well, I have a collage of ethnic background when it comes to my subscribers, and I appreciate that because they're in all type countries. They're not just Americans. And it's a good chance that some of them probably haven't even been to America. So the things that we talk about in America, um, they're getting that experience and saying, okay, this is how it is here. But I want to remind you people that I haven't been to Atlanta in a long time. Now, what I want to talk about is education. One of the reasons why I'm talking about this because Joe and I are in middle age, gents, and I am 50 years old this year, and I'm about to get my degree. I think in May. If I can get past statistics, if I can't, I'm gonna have to take it again, which is fine because I took it's another math class that I took twice, and statistics is hard. So I'll probably end up having to take it again because it's a little rough right now, and I'm going through some stuff with my dad, so it's just hard to concentrate on school right now. But nonetheless, I have only two classes left because I just passed one of my healthcare classes. Anyways, so I want to say this when it comes to your health. I'm sorry, not when it well that too. I want to say this when it comes to education and your health. When it comes to education, uh, and why I'm getting my degree at this age, one, because I had some help paying for it, and I said, why not? I've always wanted a degree, and two, because regardless if where I go with this degree, I have it. It's not something that it can take away from me. It's another tool. And this is kind of the way you want to think when you're moving to any city, especially a major city that's highly, highly, highly populated. And, you got to look at the job rate. Then you have to look at the poverty rate of that city. You have to, and you have to kind of find out where you're going to fit in. I didn't do that research before I moved down there. And I don't believe a lot of people do. I think a lot of people move to these cities on a whim, whether it's going to be better for them or not. They're not really sure. They just want a new place to be. They want a new identity. They might be trying to get away from someone that they used to know for one reason or another, whatever it is. They just might be trying to see what all the hullabaloo is about when it comes to the ATL. I want to say this: you're going to find a lot of culture down there that's going to shock the majority of you. Uh, and some good, some bad. You're going to run in the stars. I saw Keith Sweat down there. I didn't talk to him though. So, you have a lot of stars down there. Of course, a lot of professional teams are down there. I wouldn't mind asking Julio Jones, was he eating that gum and cheese when he missed that pass right through his hands? But so you're gonna have a lot of that's a lot of people that go to the ATL and do business. So it is a major business hub, and it has the most populated airport, I believe, in the world. So there's a lot of traffic going through there, and if you're someone who needs numbers in order to make your business or the business that you're in flourish, then Atlanta's probably a really good place for you, regardless of what it is. I mean, if you're selling Girl Scout cookies, or or whether you're selling cell phones, or or here's another really really good thing to do is fix computers. If you're somebody who fixes computers, fixes phones, I mean, I had a conversation on a bus with a guy about fixing my computer. He wanted to pay me to fix his. So it's that contagious because everybody has one. So that's an automatic business. Like I know if I go on the internet and say, "Hey, if you have some lost data, I can go ahead and recover your data from you," I'd probably get all kind of hard drives. I don't want to do that just yet because I'm not set up for it. But nonetheless, I do know how to do that type of work. So I'm saying, besides having your own hustle, whether you work for somebody or just for yourself, in education in something, it doesn't mean a 4-year degree. It doesn't mean a degree at all. It means be educated, be knowledgeable more than someone else in something that makes money and you like to do it. Healthcare is a big field. A lot of my family is in healthcare. It's something that will definitely keep you going because it's not going anywhere. But I don't necessarily push it, but I pretty much tell you what the benefits of it are. If I get cut off, I'm very sorry. I don't know how much time I have. But nonetheless, I wanted to say that and get that out there because Atlanta is a good place when, like I said, you need the numbers. Uh, I mean, when you're looking at a demographic in healthcare, if you're one of them nurses aides people or a nurse, and you don't necessarily want to work for a hospital and or you want to work for the hospital part-time, and then you want to moonlight ATL, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the money's not coming out of their pockets. Their money's probably coming from Medicare, Medicaid. You know what I'm saying? That they need somebody for a couple hours to look after them, so on and so forth. And you hop from one house to another and get paid your $35 an hour because you're an RN or an LPN or what I'm saying, or whatever STNAs make, phlebotomists, so on and so forth. You can do a lot of moonlighting because the numbers are there. So if you need to go from house to house and, that type of thing, or if you're one of those people who prepare food and you're one of those people who sell dinners, and I don't mean just necessarily out of your home, even though a lot of people have started off that way. I'm saying you're one of those people who ship dinners to people. ATL got the numbers, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're looking at your price rate. Vet the market is what I'm saying. You can vet the market and you can see ATL's a hotbed because there's a lot of mouths to feed. So and they're in. There's you got your nucleus, and then you got just a widespread territory, and a vast array of income that could probably fit your price range somewhere in there. So I mean, there's just a lot of it. If you're a person who fix cars, especially if you fix if you fix hoopties, you're always going to be in business. That's just that. But if you're a person who has to have things shipped to you, that type of things, or you're a person who goes out and goes from house to house and does type of thing. ATL, very condensed, very populated. There's a guy that comes outside of our door, man. When he comes here, he fixes 2 or 3 cars. He gets paid. He goes to his job. Him and his girl will be sitting out here, jack a car up, jack another one up. Somebody else will walk up to him and say, "Hey, can you fix my car next week?" He'll be like, "Heck yeah." Come right back out here and fix the car. So I'm saying that there's some real businesses, especially cash options, fast cash options that are right there in Atlanta, legal fast cash options. And so yeah, there's a good living to be made out there, real fast because there's a need. So you get around some good people, get yourself a team. Next thing you know, you blitz the market, or blitzkrieg, German word, the market. Next thing you know, you have yourself a flurry business that's pretty much made out of nothing. You made it out of your house. So there are those opportunities down there. Now, when you're talking about the people who can't afford and cannot afford things, like I said, you need to vet the market on Facebook, vet the market on YouTube, understand the market, look up the market of whatever it is that you're doing, whether it is healthcare, whether it is fixing specialty cars, whether it is reselling tennis shoes. Huge market, huge market. Going out and buying tennis shoes, wrapping them up, reselling them. Huge, huge, huge market. Offer up. Great. I flip refrigerators every now. I find some old refrigerators, take them, fix them, boom, flip them, make good money off of that. Old stoves and things along that line. So I just wanted to talk about some good things about Atlanta. This is, and any other condensely populated area where there is a need. It has to be a need. You can't go down there and just start selling artwork. People can't afford artwork. I mean, they're just like, so if you sell something, fine, but there's not a need for it. You know what I'm saying? If there's a need for it, people will buy it, regardless if they like you or not. Bad attitude or not, they're like, I need it, I better buy it. That type of thing. It's your boy Tone 202, man. Focus on God, He loves you. I'm out.